Hello friends, welcome to Unique Designers India. Today we are going to see the next stitch in our tutorial video. Today also we are going to do some work with filling work with zardosi. I have taken Sully type zardosi, that is the thin ones, and I have cut it into pieces. A size will be around 0.5 centimeters. It is half centimeter size, and you have to stretch the zardosi first before cutting and then keep it ready. We are going to do this filling in a very small circle. First we will try it in a circle and then we can go for other complicated shapes. And especially this filling can be done mainly in small motifs only, not for big motifs. It is not advisable for very big motifs. It will be very nice when you do in very small motifs. So I have drawn a small circle here. I am taking the needle number 10 or 12. This is actually 12. 12 will be a little longer, but 10 will be a little shorter, and the thickness of the two needles will be the same. Now take the needle from downside and load it with a piece of zardosi. This zardosi is approximately half centimeter, and then pass it through the thread till the end of the thread, and then again put the needle inside the same place, near the same place where you have taken it out, not exactly on the place, little closer to it, and you will get a small loop like thing. And you have to tighten the stitch here so that the loop gets stiff and tight. This is the reason why we are stretching the zardosi before starting work. Only if it is stiff and tight, it will be very nice to see. Otherwise, it will be very flowy, like it will not fix to the cloth properly. Next piece. The next stitch should be like in a random position. It should not be very orderly one. That is after this, after that, like that. Don't make it in orders. Make it in random way so that it will look very nice. Few stitches in Aari work are like this only. You can do in random ways only, it will be nice. If you do it in a regular order, it won't look nice. Same way, you can fill the whole circle. Every time you put the pull the thread down, make it tight so that the zardosi is stiff and thick. Let me complete the circle and then show you. So now we have completed the filling stitch for the round motif. You can use this filling in little smaller motifs, not in very big motifs. I don't think it is suitable for very big motifs like this small circles, or you can do it in for peacock, very small peacock body portions. You can do the stitch, and you have to check the stitch by yourself. Just do like this, shake the zardosi pieces. It should not shake. It should be very strong and stiff, only then you have made the work correctly. Otherwise, if it is shaking, see, for example, I have made one thing a little looser. See, it is shaking. This is the wrong piece. You should not do like this. All pieces should be very strong and attached. Only then it is correct. Okay. So now let us do the next stitch. This is also another filling stitch. In this filling stitch, I am using both nakshi and sadi. I made a small square and taking the thread from the one corner of the square. Now I am taking the nakshi. Nakshi is a little bigger size zardosi, and I have stretched this also. After stretching, just measure how much you will need for this place. One side of the square. Just do the measurement and do the cutting. If you are doing in a tilagam shape or round shape, every time you have to keep the zardosi in the place and measure and then cut. If it is a square, all pieces will be of common size. Now, let us cut it into pieces. This is for the base actually. You have to stretch and then only cut. I am cutting around nearly 6 or 7 pieces will be needed for this size. Now let me tell you how to attach these nakshi pieces. Take the thread from here and take one piece of nakshi. Send it till the end. And now hold the thread with the left hand and put the needle on the opposite side of the box. Make it tight. This is the first base line. Next one, you have to start from here. Leave a little distance between the next piece. The distance should not be very big or not even very small. It should be of medium size. The size of the distance between the two nakshis will be the size of a sadi. That is the small one. You can even check with this, like keeping the sadi in between the nakshi. See, for example, this is another sadi. Check if the spacing is correct. Only this much of space you have to leave between the two pieces of nakshi. Same like this, do all the lines to complete the square. The spacing should be even. Let me complete the box and then show you. Now the base part is complete and you have to make the sadi work above the base nakshi work. I am taking the thread from here very close to the first piece of nakshi, and I have taken smaller pieces of sadi. This sadi size will also be 0.5 centimeter. You can take, if you're not sure with the size, you can just make 4 or 5 small pieces and check whether the size is correct, and then go for the rest of the pieces so that you can avoid wastage. Now taking the needle from here, you have added one piece of sadi and put the needle again over in between the next two lines, so that the sadi forms a loop over the nakshi. See, it should sit like this. Make it tight. Now leave the second line and go to the third line. Take the thread from here. Take the next piece of sadi. And again put it here. So every alternate lines you are going to make the loops. The loop should not be popping out, it should be very flat and matching to the nakshi size. The next one, leave the fourth one and take the fifth one. And you have to concentrate that these lines are in same uniform line. The first pieces of sadi should be on uniform line. There should not be any ups and downs. Okay, now we have completed the lines and one more is left out. Now again for the next line you have to start from this corner and leave the sadi lines and do it on the remaining lines. That is the first line. If you are doing 1, 3 and 5, next line you should go for 2, 4 and 6. And the space between these two sadis should also be, there should be no space between them. That is the second line and the first line should be very close to one another. So we are making sadi work over the alternate lines of nakshi. If you continue the same all over the nakshis, the whole box will be covered and the base cloth should not be seen. The same type of matte filling work can be done with both the sadis, base also sadi and the top work also sadi. That will be very nice and very, it will take little more time than this nakshi work, but it will give a heavy look to the blouse. Now the second line is also complete, and again the third line will be similar to the first line, 1, 3 and 5. Same way you have to complete the whole box. Okay, let me complete the whole box and then show you. So now we have completed the matte filling stitch in a square motif, and now for homework you are going to try the same with other shapes. While doing in shapes you have to measure the zardosi exactly. The base zardosi measurement should be very accurate, only then you will get the perfect shape and finish. Generally for these kind of filling stitches and for this loop filling and matte filling, outline will be bead outline will be very nice, but till now we have not completed bead work with the Aari needle, so I am not telling you to do that. You can even give zari outline, and I'll tell you what to do for the homework. This is the flower motif for homework. For the center of the flower you can do the loop stitches as we did in the first stitch today, and for the petals you can do with the zardosi matte filling. For this only you have to see the lines I have drawn. This is a small line, the next one is a little bigger one, the next one is a little more bigger one. So for making the base line you have to follow these line sizes, and then you can make the base. For everywhere you keep the zardosi like this and then cut. For the next one again you keep in the next place and then cut, and again everywhere you can place the zardosi in its place and then cut. You will get the perfect base, and you can make the sadi work over that easily. And then for this Kodi design, you have to make stem stitches with zardosi, and for this French knot, and for the leaves you can use lavangam stitch. So generally while doing this type of full zardosi work motifs, you can use the zardosi for leaf also, but till now we have not yet tried leaf shape in zardosi, so I am not telling you to do that. If you have already practiced, you can even use the leaf for this zardosi. All these motifs are very simple and easy for you to follow, so that you can make these stitches in bigger motifs also. Okay, keep practicing, and thank you all for watching. Bye.